Okay. Advanced kettlebell circuit number 4. First exercise we're going to do is tricep extension, followed by the bicep curl. Third exercise, the lateral lunge with snatch. The fourth exercise is the windmill, and the fifth and final one is the Renegade Row using 2 kettlebells. So you need to have 2 kettlebells ready to go on the circuit. First exercise, tricep extension. We're going to do 12 reps for each exercise. So grab your kettlebell and drop it behind your head. So make sure you get a good stretch there through your tricep. And you can vary your hand position if you want. If you don't like it with your palm facing the ceiling, turn your hand in a neutral position. And that was 12 reps. Switch sides. I like to do arm exercises at the beginning of circuits oftentimes because it allows you to really pre-fatigue your body, your upper body anyway, before we go into the other more demanding exercises. So a number of ways that you can set up a program, a circuit. But since this is advanced, it's going to be a little more difficult. All right, that was the tricep extension. Now we're going to go right into the bicep curl. So grab your kettlebell. Now if you have 2 kettlebells, if you want, you can do both at the same time, or you can do one arm at a time. Again, a couple of different ways to do the kettlebell curl. Holding it like so, or if you want to keep the kettlebell horizontally displaced the entire time when you're curling it, you really have to use your gripping muscles that much more versus where the bottom of the kettlebell is facing the ground at all times. 2 different variations, 2 different versions on performing the kettlebell curl. Okay, after you do 12 reps, almost there, we're going to go into the lateral lunge with the kettlebell snatch. So lunge laterally, drop the kettlebell to the inside of your foot. And if you're lunging to your left, you're holding the kettlebell on the opposite side. If you're lunging to your right, you want to hold it in your left arm. If you're lunging left, hold it in your right arm. Your right hand, rather. So 6 reps to each side for a total of 12 reps. Good, Jesse. All right. Next exercise, we're going to go into the kettlebell windmill. So this is the 4th exercise of this circuit. And make sure that you size your kettlebells appropriately, especially doing more demanding and or advanced exercises such as the windmill. If it's too heavy, you don't have good mobility through your shoulder joints, or you have issues with injuries, make sure you're safe by all means. You shouldn't have any pain here doing any of these exercises. If you have limited flexibility through your hamstrings, you might only be able to drop your hand to maybe 6, 7, 8 inches from the ground. Jesse can get all the way down to the ground with that hand, and that's okay. He's got good flexibility. Great exercise, great core exercise doing the windmills. All right, and the 5th and final exercise for the 4th circuit is the Renegade Row. You need 2 kettlebells for this exercise. This is an advanced exercise, and because it's advanced, it requires good core strength and good stability through your shoulders. So we're going to do 6 rows to each side for a total of 12 rows. You can see that the stabilizing arm here is really having to work hard to keep the kettlebell firmly planted on the floor. This can be a dangerous exercise. So if you don't have good stability, then don't do the exercise. I would recommend a larger kettlebell for the stabilizing side because there's more surface space here with that particular kettlebell. A smaller kettlebell is not going to eat up too much floor space, which is going to make it much more harder to stabilize that kettlebell on the ground. So the larger kettlebell should always be in contact with the ground, not the smaller one. The smaller one's going to roll and you're going to hurt your wrist or hurt your shoulder. And that's it for the 4th and final advanced kettlebell circuit.